and welcome to Saturday Showdown. I'm Valdez, with me is Wolf, and we are getting into DRX versus Live Sandbox. Should be a fun matchup given the fact that Live Sandbox on a little bit of a free fall. Hoping that they are looking a little bit better today, but DRX are out for blood, Wolf.
DRX had the Drake pit, so wasn't at any risk because we're just going to trade objectives. This is a much slower paced game. Like, Live Sandbox, you got to get out of here now.
Well, they're going to get on top of Envy, who does have his summoners, as, yeah, he's just dead. I mean, he was so far up, he figured he was safe, but right in the face of Rakan just allows himself to get charmed.
Taking the Raptors was just a step too far. Speaking of step too far.
Well, I guess he has his flash this time as, oh no, he uses it, but still gets caught as Envy. Second death here, Pleta gonna collect that kill. DP out of Fate here as Envy in a really rough spot. Just goes down again as just didn't see Barrel coming.
Full vision control here outside the scuttle here on the Baron.
And they're just coming on in as the tidal wave is gonna help a lot, actually. Rascal alone in the back line as he does finally go into the Zhonya's, and it's basically perfectly timed. He is going to survive. Fate is stuck kind of in between here as the seismic shove will come in, and he will survive in the end.
Now, it's still just from a Baron play, and they decide, let's walk away from the team fight. Let's push lanes instead. Let's guarantee the Baron we took is going to be extremely cool hats. Whoa.
And look at the timing of this. Well, the team just decides there is a free buy here. Let's try to kill her, and guess what? That might be their undoing as Juhan nearly goes down. As, well, they're going to find an R here, but Myrtle's pretty tanky as they are just running into Live Sandbox. It is not the cleanest I've ever seen, but it's going to work. They press their buttons and just roll over them as Envy will be the last one to go down.
Yeah,
well, maybe. Where are you
going?
To
kill Envy, or we can teleport to kill Envy.
Okay, well, they're going to do that. Kill him with the culling.
He's so
as
low.
This game is over. He's got a stopwatch, but he might just be dead. That's going to be the Azir down as Envy living for now, able to kite it back. Nobody on the side of Live Sandbox has gone down, but Bertal will be the first one as down will go to the Wukong. Rascal super fed behind the ball, though, as once again, just dropping a safe of money on their heads, let's say. As, oh, the rocks.
That was almost really embarrassing. But look, performance here of the bottom lane. As I thought maybe something happens, but it does not. As Pleta comes in. Cyclone or a Counter-Strike, those spinny ultimates that are so pesky to deal with as a caller. Yeah, you're going to have problems. But those champions need to be frontlining for the Varus and actually setting up for the Varus to do that chip damage. It's set up for some pick potential. So, I do wonder, Valdez, I don't think Alawi has been played since I have joined the casting team here at the LCK. Again, is DRX not grouped to contest. He goes in, he goes out. He's hoping for a fish of this Drake. Like, are they going to be having it exact place I want it to be? He had a control ward in the rush there as Fate. No flash.
He's level 6, okay. Going to dodge the chain by Kyle.
Yeah, knows the timing of cleanse. Pleta doesn't have it yet. Re-engage.
Well, Kyle doesn't have flash, but surprise Willer over the wall as who is going to be first blood? Kyle burning down, but he lives as Pleta now trying to trade into the two of them. Looking for the takedown as Kyle perfectly timed, and Envy picks up a double. As Closer not quite able to get a bonus kill, but that is two big ones for Live Sandbox.
That's not the
harass that he offers is huge. As a massive wombo combo coming in from Live Sandbox. Even the handshake as DRX don't even get to play the game. As now they're looking for the turn. Willer looking for that takedown. He will not get it. As Fate this time in the back line, but not really much of a follow-up for him. As now even Closer trying to get on top of him, but not able to get the kill.
You're incredibly behind. Gold for their Varus and say, you know what, I'm not going to fight at it.
Riddle's dead. He's just going to accept his fate. He doesn't have flash, so there's not really much he can do except not be there in the first place. 9, he should be okay. Even going to pull the Spirit of Willer. Bunch of damage coming in, going to pop that ultimate. Willer getting low, but oh man, the damage already out of Envy is just too much. As yes, he will get a couple of members low, but not worth it in the end to TP in there. As Rascal, he's caught the Varus Spirit, as meanwhile in the backside, everybody's chasing a Xayah, as Willer in a little bit of trouble, but that Cyclone getting huge value. In goes Fate, trying to get onto the back line, but can finally finally take out Envy and get the big shutdown. It was actually Rascal who did, but still a one-team fight here to Live Sandbox by one member.
Escape here, Live Sandbox taking the Drake.
Okay, gonna force the flash. Closer, a very nice play in the mid lane to just take out the Zaya.
So hold the Drake here and look for the smite fight.
Chains come in, but that's allowing. Not going to chain onto anyone else, as that will go the way of Live Sandbox. In goes Duhan, trying to find that backline. Very nice angle here from the side of Barrel as he gets to the backline. Closer, though, gets the re-up here as the Alawi is kind of going crazy, but eventually they just take him down. The damage is too much from this Varus, as Envy is just chunking people down.
Through that engage came over the wall.
Oh, no. Okay, well, he's got Vi here. But Kyle coming in, and Fate's in a lot of trouble. Another Counter-Strike to hit as, yeah, trying to trade with the Jax here.
For the defensive ult.
Right, they're going to get in onto Envy, and immediately the hostile takeover comes out. So
cool story, bro.
What are you going to do?
Cool ult, man. Look at that.
Yeah, Fate trying to go for something here onto Closer as they do get the charm in the end, but again, Renata just standing right next to her, so that's never going to happen either. Down goes Ilawi.
I mean, he's leading my POG vote right now. His hostile takeovers have been great. His bailouts have been great. By the way, we're way more talented than the AI.
It is inevitable. What? Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
damage, but gonna do it 4v5 maybe.
Still pretty far ahead as Pleta is just trying to survive, but he can't even do that as Bertel in the back line down. Should go Rascal as he goes golden, and Fate again is just trying to press some buttons and have some kind of impact at this point. As the wave is kind of moving away from the turret, so they might need another wave in mid, or maybe not. They can just click their buttons onto that one and hit down the Nexus, as they will work on their KDA at the same time. Envy is attacking at like 3 attacks per second. As down will go the Nexus, and we will have a Game 3. Live Sandbox able to tie it up.
Kyle.
I'll use this not. So in the mid to late game, you hit level 16 first. You're feeling very fine. You are very tanky. And most of the time you can trade pretty well into the Akali before she gets like, 4 items and gets insane.
There are some weird...
I'm just happy, Wolf, that we get a series that actually goes to Game 3. We get some back and forth League of Legends.
Haven't had that since Wednesday.
Looking pretty good as, oh boy, Fate tries to flash away, but there's even a Leona here as Kyle roams up from the bottom lane to secure this one for Closer in the mid lane.
It does make you... But this is something that you might not have wanted to show before playoffs. So, that's a long range one.
Little Hex Flash as, Chains of Corruption already here, but the lockdown is pretty huge still onto the Leona. Still a win for Live Sandbox as Willer comes in and shores up a little bit of that.
I didn't know the Wukong was there, which is another problem in itself. Is once again,
here we go, and guess what? There is Willer once again from the side as Fate does not have his flash, so he's just dead. Once again, twice on a Gragas in mid lane. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, it's just so hard to kill this champion. So much damage in burst.
Well, if it's 1v3, he will just die. As nice gank here from Croco.
Willer has Flash Cyclone. They could engage him so far away.
He just goes over the wall, and he is just dead. Man, for 2. So what will we have today? Croco gets in, and it's Mountain Soul again. Croco's like, well, I don't want to flash, but he's not even going to have the option to. Actually, he didn't have it. It was like 10 seconds away. Very unfortunate timing. As down he will go, Barrel gets baited into it as well. If Sandbox collected Drake and 2 kills. The ultimate Rascal has to go into the Shroud. Damage is in, but Kyle's right here. He can lock him down as the CC chain comes in, and the Akali is DED.
With the Alawi pick, but this even feels more extreme. Oh, Barrel misses it.
They want to get Pleta, and they're going to get his summoners at least. His kick, they're going to try to punish Willer here, but he just spins to win his way out as they don't have the damage to take down the monkey.
The cask, unfortunately, once again for Fate, low impact Kyle.
I mean, yeah, Rascal going to be putting in the damage, and he will pick up the kill. Nicely done. Very slippery on the Akali. Goes back in, trying to take down Envy, but kind of comes up short as Envy will flash away to avoid it, I believe. As anyway, now Live Sandbox pretty angry. They want to get in there, and that they will. Nobody will be left alive in this jungle, as even Rascal's going in. You can tell he's not having too fun of a time in this game. As Grand Challenge, and Bertel's just going to put him in the death chamber and punish him. for getting over that wall.
They can take Baron. And Liv Sandbox in just such a commanding lead at this point. And I will...
Trying to collapse onto a Fiora. I mean, they do have so many members, and it will, in fact, be enough, but their bottom lane is in tatters. 5v4 and get something done, but not sure that's going to matter or that they care. Closer just frontlining right now, as he is a raid boss, even on top of 3 of these traps. In goes Willer, finds 3 of them under the turret, has a stopwatch, knows he's pretty safe here. Might go down, but his team should be fine, although this is taking a little bit. Krako surviving, Fate surviving, Closer taking about 10 turret shots, and doesn't seem to care.
Closer.
All right, does he care is the question.
Oh.
Well, there's going to be a lot of CCs going to spawn onto a trap. The damage is coming in, and he will be taken out.
All right, they got him.
The other way, he's got Lee Sin on the way here, as now a little bit of a chance to turn this one around. Bertle getting caught in the side lane and sniped down by the Caitlyn, of all people. Needs to be in trouble, but Bertle's got a very nice flank angle here on the right side. Didn't expect him, as Beryl in a little bit of trouble, but does it matter? The damage from Closer on the back line. He's going to just 1v1 the Caitlyn, and now there's no AD carry. 31 minutes into the game here for DRX, as down will go the bot lane. Beryl getting taken out as well. Liv Sandbox still on the chase. As in they go, you see the Akali ultimate here on the Sylas, as Rascal just desperate to try to stop them from getting in, but cannot kill the minions. And they're just going to try to target it down. Do they have enough damage onto this Nexus? Yes, they do. Liv Sandbox take it in 32 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the LCK. We're here for the second match of the night. T1 up against Homalife Esports. This one could be a bit of a banger, Wolf, or it could just be T1 smacking down yet another team in the LCK.
HLE, to remind everyone, the only team this season to have defeated T1. So a very important match, I think, for T1 to get revenge here.
Off we go into game 1. And this is massive. T1 want to get revenge. We know way too far up the lane. He looks to be just dead, as he will actually flash. Faker doesn't necessarily have to, as Flash comes out from Owner. He says, okay, I'll use my Flash, as Sante's got some good wave clear. Clip comes in here alone. Yeah, I guess he's just dead, as down he goes. Owner going to pick up that kill. Not able to hand it over to Faker on the sweep.
Or don't.
All right, the knockback, but yeah, Viper's just dead. They didn't have any vision, and they said, oh, they're probably doing Drake. And, well, Faker's like, I'm just going to pick up this free kill.
You ease 175, but, you know, T1 get everything they're looking for here, plus those flashes and the kill. Push this turret down. Kingen now alone.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. He does have the flash, and he will use it, but just gets flash stunned. And that's be the end of him, as Faker will pick up that kill. 2-0-2 now on Ludens.
It's rough. Ooh, barely escapes that.
That's a fast guy, but Viper doesn't have flash anymore. The damage not quite there, though, as they back away, and the zoning from the Cyclone is too much for T1 to handle. But now there is a very big Croc who is looking to collapse from the top side, and that will be a kill over to Gumayusi. Will he die, though?
Oh,
yes, he will.
The snipe. And you know what? This is a huge turnaround here for HLE.
All right, there's the wall. Comes in, trying to burst down the Drake, as is Owner going to go for it? Yes, he will. He's not going to get it, though, as this Lee Sin pretty tanky, but is he tanky enough? As in goes the Renekton. They get the Draven on the front line, and down goes Viper. And that is going to be a massive amount of damage away here from Homalife Esports. Click goes down, and yes, they got the Cloud Drake, but they lost so much more.
And when you use the
needs it in 12 seconds for the ace. Can he get it?
Bubble.
He's on vision. Yeah, he's dead. And it is an official ace. Yeah. Just a little bit slow.
An ace at 20 minutes for T1. This is the game-winning moment.
They said no, this is coming in the wall as well. Zeus is way in the back line, like so far back there. Faker goes down. They take out Viper, though, as a very messy fight. You see that Guma is able to get away somehow, as so many low health bars are here, and Zeus and Owner are just on the chase, as Guma will eventually be taken out, but so should Kingen, as now a 3-on-3 Zeka. The only one that really does damage out of these 6. That's what it looks like right now as he's got a Q onto the Baron. Will he be able to steal this? No, he will not as the Baron goes to Homolife Esports. Zeus in there alone as a massive double knockup into the Cyclone. Clid and Kingen put 2 and 2 together and they make it happen, and T1 are wiped entirely on the Baron.
Oh, HLE, a full wipe, a triple kill for Clid, and now they can just push mid. There are bounties on these structures right now.
Zeus in a bit of trouble, can't really flash as they're going in onto Zeka. The kick comes in from Owner. Zeka does survive for an incredibly long amount of time, and the damage from Viper is massive as the culling now from Guma. Faker goes in. They're gonna get the Draven as Viper stands up and nearly is able to just stand up to 4 members. And that's going to be enough to stop T1 in their tracks.
Oh, no.
Could just be as the flash comes in. Kingen's going to find the front line. They're trying to burst down Faker as he doesn't have... Oh, he does right here at the end. And Clid should be the first one to go down. They just barely take him out as the GA here available for the side of Owner. Zeka's just flashing into 5 people trying to get the damage. And another 2-man knockup. Unbelievable as the divide comes in from Faker, but it's too little too late.
Viper's just doing too much damage. He's at full health. This should be the Elder for HLE. And man, what a fight between these 2 teams.
As will they be able to deny Owner? Yes, they will. They take him out, just Kingen, as this guy is just insane today. He's a man on a mission, and that will be the Elder.
Now I just want to back away here and defend. And Baron is up. Does have smite, no flash. He's over for this with the Draven.
Oh, can he do it again? Can he do it again? He does!
What?
He's in, and he gets it again.
Oh my god, Valdez, they get Exodia here!
12 seconds, the damage goes in. Owner gets the kick, but he's alone. Nobody can get in as Faker can't get over to the left. This game is over as Guma also will be chunked out. They want their KDA, and they deserve their KDA. They will have it now. Homolife Esports will take game 1 in 40 minutes.
Unbelievable game, and 1 win away now from doing it again. HLE.
Thanks, Spacers. I can echo that because game number 1 was insane. I hope we just get 2 more of those and we finish off the night just like that. But maybe that's asking too much. I feel like the guys on Homolife Esports, specifically Kingen and even Zeka as well, they really put everything on the line when the stakes are really high. And crucially, no flash. As OK dash away, but now they're on top of him, but the damage not quite there. Viper flashes forward. They don't quite have vision as they do get first blood. This will go into Clid's hands.
He can play through the alcove.
Oh, but they got too much damage on the Clid, and life goes down, and so will Viper.
There's not enough damage here.
One by one, the dominoes go down.
It's 3 this early game, Zaya.
Yeah. And Owner's still here, by the way. As level 6 is in, they're going for Viper. He does not have flash, and down he will go. Owner picking up the kill once again, 3-0 on the Lee Sin. I mentioned he wants revenge.
Their comp doesn't just scale better.
Well, they see you as Owner is trying to take away the red buff. He's on a mission to survive as he might actually gets in to avoid the cask as nobody can kill the Lee Sin. The tidal wave comes in and Zeka's kind of hopeless too, goes down right after his flash. Most the charm hits on a Zeka, Everfrost as well, and it resets as the engage here onto Owner. They're trying to burst him down and they get him. They get the Lee Sin, but what is the follow-up going to look like here with T1 so far ahead? Zeka is dead. As the Feather's now on the ground, Clid is not winning this fight against Zeus as Viper tries to pull him back, but just gets clapped by Gumayusi as they will chase them down. And Kingen is not going to be able to stop them this time.
Yeah, Clid. Oh, he's taken out here. It's so close. Looks like it might be another early ace, just like last game.
Yeah, same situation too, where Kingen is going to survive a long time, just like life in the last game.
It's just history repeats itself. A soul point fight, a full wipe here. This Drake here, soul point leading into a Baron spawn. And T1's lead is so massive at this point that they are already setting up deep vision, like I said, with that reset.
Wrap around, here we go. Oh, as they get in, and the cask is pretty good. Look at Guma. That's going to be their main target. He hits the shuriken. He gets in onto Guma. You've got to be kidding me. They can't do it twice,
They did it again, Valdez. They did it again.
No.
And Clid with the full wraparound. Baron T1. As this was greedy, you didn't know where Kingen was. And I love, once again, HLE was so patient. They could have tried to all in and kill Guma, but they're like...
There's potential, yeah. He's going to go in for this one as Zeka trying to get on top of the Ahri. The damage's not quite there, but he will go down in the end, and Klid is just barely there.
Trading up in
Storing this
gold.
up.
Owner's over here.
He's got it.
That's a lot of money into this Wukong's pocket.
Owner getting on top of the Wukong now. We don't have Cyclone here for Klid, as he's in a little bit of trouble. That's actually trading it back here as the kick onto the real one, as he should get it. Yeah, the Q comes in, execution onto Klid.
The steal.
Oh, Klid spotted, flash in from Kuma, and you know what? It's gonna work. They're gonna take down Klid. Looked a bit confusing at first, but yeah, now Life in a little bit of trouble. The turn here from T1 should just be enough, although the feathers are on the ground. Gotta be careful going into Viper. He gets close. This is going all the way down. Jonas Strong has to keep scrolling forever. The feathers are on the ground here, but Viper just has to run away. Kingin will be the second one to go down. And we're side. As CB is coming in, and Faker's gonna get caught on the front line, but he's got his Zhonya's. And will that be enough to get him a big knockup from the Cassante as Faker is still alive? They finally get him in the end. Viper is fighting it out from the back line. Let's look at Zeka in the back line too.
My God, Valdez!
Viper winning a fight down 9,000 gold. What is happening? Right on the Drake, so they know this is happening, but T1's trying to force a fight right now without Zeka in it. Kingin in a lot of trouble. He's very tanky, but not tanky enough. Down goes the Gragas. And that is a very nice turn and pick here from T1.
Life here, who doesn't have flash, but could try to ult in.
Oh, Zeka, he's got to go in. He doesn't have a way out. Has Zhonya's, but on the front line, he's just on the run. As in they go, the knockup comes in from the side of Zeus, and that will be the end of the Akali. And they keep this one on a leash, it looks like, 5,000 health. But that is a big ultimate in that back line. The Elder is so strong, but Owner's going to go down. And all of a sudden, okay, we're trading. And Zeka just trying to survive as Zeus.
Saw Viper.
Frontlining, yeah, it's just got to be Viper, but you're fighting against Elder Drake. How can you do it? Oh, he's going to hit the charm, and that should be enough. Down goes the Zaya, and T1 have done it just barely. I mean, they were ahead like 10,000 gold the whole game, and they finally did it.
That's
now
it.
We'll go to the Nexus here, and we are going to a game number 3.
T1, 2 dominant early games back-to-back, but in game 2...
You've opted into this because you wanted to pick the Victor, and we will have to see if Zeka's Victor performances have improved here because he is playing against the King of Azir 100 games on this pick now.
Yeah.
This was his 100th game.
Here we are. The Zeri and the Vi picked together, so that Owner doesn't just pick the Vi. You know, Vi and Nautilus, the two where it's kind of just point and click. Zeka moving over, but there's a level 6 Azir as he picks up both of them, and Zeka, even though he flashes away, he will be going down as the lethal tempo Nocturne puts in so much DPS.
Divide Owner is there even pre-6. He helped set up this kill, and this is all about the bot prio. Because without bot prio, you can't challenge this.
So this is a huge win for HLE.
All right, but no flash here on mid, which is why we can just flash on in. Lethal tempo Zeka step. This is what I was talking about. It's just a free kill. They're going to hand that one over to Owner.
Strikebreaker and Baker.
Okay. Vi ult's pretty good against an Azir as he flashes. He's going to hit the Vi into the turret as Owner is here. Fear comes in. Can he get the damage in is really the question. As Klid is so low and the Q will be enough.
So
it looks like they will, but there's no jungle here, right? So Owner just going to push Zeka away with a tidal wave, and that's going to be the end of that, as they might just get on top of this fight, though. Polymorph comes in. Zeri ult onto 2. Viper trying to get this damage into this bottom lane, as Guma will be the sacrificial Lucian. Down he goes, and that kill is going to go to the hands of Viper. They go for the fight when Klid comes in. It's now Baker again in a little bit of trouble, but this time he's got a Nocturne, as tons of damage in. The Chaos Storm on top of Faker here, as one last tick would have done it, but it's not quite enough.
Oh man, Faker calculated.
He's going for this. He's actually, I think he's got the damage. Yeah, Strikebreaker complete. Owner is 5-0 on Nocturne already.
Oh,
they will have their fight, I suppose. Will it work out? As, we do have a huge Emperor's Divide in the back line, actually, as Zeka takes forever to go down. Zeri getting tons of value from Viper, but he's only got one item. And they're just electing to go into this fight against T1 right now. And it's not the cleanest fight ever, but T1 will still win it. Identifying they're stronger right now, and they're going to force fights if they can. As in goes Owner, he's got to stop. Watch a 2-man bubble, maybe even a 3-man in that front line, as Curry is going to hit it. And we are just wiping up Esports on the top side of the map. T1 say, you want to fight, you will have it.
Yeah, And Zeka, he is just not even able to play the game.
Just desperate to try to stop them.
And they're just going to push down the turrets and take the Nexus.
Looks like it. He's just standing next to the soldiers. He knows. Doesn't have any CDs. Down goes the Nexus. 22.5 minutes, and T1 say, we will snowball you.